Okay, so today topic is that risk assessment. So basically, why we have to assess the risk in the manufacturing of or preparation of any food products. So we must have to focus about the risk and how we can assess. So basically, risk means that say for hazard is there. So whether that hazard, how we can assess and how we can control. So basically risk is related to hazard. Okay. So we will go one by one. So risk by definition, it says it is a function of the probability of an adverse health effect and severity of that effect, which is consequential to hazard in food. That means if hazard is there in the food, if hazard is there in the food, that means physical, chemical, or biological agent which is having a potential to cause an adverse health effect if it is consumed. So that is the risk. That means function of the probability of the occurrence. Probability है अगर वो food में occur हो रहा है. So if we are consuming such kind of hazards, so what will be the risk? What will be the adverse health effect if it is consumed? And what will be the severity of that effect? अगर हमने consume किया तो वो हमारे body पे कितना effect कर सकता है? Okay, so basically this risk has two parts. One is the likelihood that hazard will affect us. Okay, and second is the severity of its consequences if it does. So basically this risk has two parts. Now, coming to the hazard. Hazard, we know, I think we have discussed several times, it is a biological, chemical, or physical agent in or condition of food with a potential to cause an adverse health effect. That means it may be present in the food in the form of biological, chemical, or physical agent. If it is consumed, definitely it may cause some adverse health effect to the consumer. Okay, so that is the hazard. Then there are two very useful books. Okay, this is the books that give information on the seafood hazard. That is the Assessment and Management of Seafood Safety and Other Quality Aspects, FAO 2004. So these books, if you are interested, you can refer. Then Fish and Fisheries Products Hazards and Control Guides. That is the Food, Drug and Administration 2001. So these two books is very useful, which will give the information on the seafood hazard. Then what we have to do, we have to do the analysis, risk analysis. So risk analysis, if we are doing, basically it consists of three components. One, first is the risk assessment, then risk management, and then risk communication. But out of these three, which one we have to do first? So first we will do the risk assessment. Then only we can go for the risk management and risk communication. Okay. So risk assessment, basically it is a scientifically based process consisting of these steps, four different steps: hazard identification, hazard characterization, exposure assessment, and risk characterization. Don't forget, risk assessment involve four different steps and which is interrelated with each step. सब एक दूसरे से interrelated है. Hazard identification, then we have to characterize the hazard. Then after identification and characterization, we have to do the exposure assessment and then risk characterization. After exposure, we must have to characterize the risk. So this is the risk assessment different process. And the objective and aim of risk assessment is to estimate the level of illness that may be expected in our target population from a product or a group of products. Okay, so we have to estimate the level of illness. Okay, how much level of illness may be there. So that we have to assess or estimate. How we can estimate? From the product, from the means contaminated product, or if we are estimating this level of illness, that means we have to go to the consumer level, and then we have to find out if any product which is contaminated having a this hazard, if it is consumed, then what is the level of illness people are suffering. So that is the all about this estimation of illness, level of illness. Then 4 components which involve in the risk assessment, already I told: this hazard identification, then hazard characterization, and then exposure assessment. So hazard characterization and exposure, based on that we are characterizing the risk, that is risk characterization. Okay, then hazard identification. Hazard identification, that means we are identifying the hazard, whether it is a physical or chemical and biological. We are identifying the hazard. We can identify because we have studied in the HACCP principle hazard identification of the hazard. So we must have to identify the hazard, whether it is a physical or chemical or biological. So this physical, chemical, biological agents capable of causing a adverse health effect, and that may be present in a particular food or a group of food. हो सकता है वो एक फूड में भी हो और बहुत सारे फूड में भी हो. So we must have to identify all these agent, physical, chemical or biological agents. So that is the hazard identification. Then after identification of hazard, we must have to one thing, identification say for example, how we are, suppose process is there, say for example this canning industry is Clostridium botulinum. Everyone is know that Clostridium botulinum is a hazard, we must have to control. So Clostridium botulinum is identified as a hazard in canned product, and besides canned products, it is also identified as a hazard in smoked and vacuum packed seafood product. But it is unlikely to be hazard for any other food or any other seafood products. So that's why we must have to, suppose any food preparation process is there, if any product we are preparing, we must have to identify where that hazard is occurring and what is the level. We must have to determine the CCP. So that is HACCP. Here is the risk. We are focusing about the risk. Then hazard characterization. We have to characterize the hazard. So qualitative and or quantitative evaluation of the nature of the adverse health effect associated with a biological, chemical and physical agents that may be present in the food. That means we must have to characterize the hazard, whether it is a physical, chemical or biological. We must have to characterize in terms of qualitative as well as the quantitative. So that is the hazard characterization. So there are 2 parts of hazard characterization. First, a description of the effect of the hazard. Description of the effects of the hazard. Say for example, microorganism is there, pathogen is there, or toxin is there. So we must have to describe. And the not dosed. I think here mistake is there. Dose and response relationship, if it exists. That means dose or response relationship matlab, suppose toxin is there, pathogen is there. Okay, and if we are consuming that pathogen, if we are having exposure to this toxin, so if we are consuming and having exposure to this pathogen and toxin, how we are going to respond? So it depends upon the how much dose at the time of consumption, how much levels we have consumed. Okay, then the determination of the relation. God. Yes.